Rena, thank you so much. And once again, welcome guys. Welcome to this session on Sunday morning. I always say that, there's so many people in this world, they want to achieve so many different things, but there are very few people are willing to take action. While you guys are here, that shows us, your willingness and, your ability to take action. At the same time, there are a few great things are coming on your way. So this session is all about financial freedom. And by the end of this session, you all will have a, simple template which anybody can use. And especially in the current scenario of the market, in the current economic condition, you can take this template, start using for yourself, and you'll see your financial freedom journey happening so much easier. At the same time, we will have a Q&A session at the end of the event. So if you have any question, either you put on the chat window or please wait till the end so that you can, unmute yourself and ask your question, any question that you want. So let's get started. Now, if this is a live audience, I generally ask the questions and people give the feedback. But because this is an online version on the Zoom, maybe I will ask you, type your answers on the chat window, because I think that is our best friend at the moment, because we can't, in the live room, it's a different energy, but in the chat room, we will use, to communicate with each other. So let's get started. Yes. So maybe to begin the session, how many of you want to work because you want to and not because you have to? What do you think? Just type in the comment. If you are the one, who want to work because you want to, not because you have to, type yes in the comment. And on parallelly, second thing I'll ask is, how many want more freedom in terms of time and money? Good, good. Keep your answers coming in. So if you want, if you are someone who wants freedom in terms of time and money, I guess, type yes in the comment. And you'll be pleased to know that, you are at the right place and at the right time. So as Prerna mentioned, my name is Nilesh. I'm also known as Success Coach Nilesh. I'm branding, marketing, and growth strategist. I work with professionals, entrepreneurs, and CEOs. I'm also a best-selling author. I'm also property and business investor. I like, traveling, seeking, going to the nature, hiking, and at the same time, taking, going on different adventures, trying out so many new things. My main focus is also on building brands. So if you are someone who's thinking to build a brand, personal brand side or business brand side, you can, get in touch with me and we'll be happy to help. A couple of books I managed to write over the years. The books are in the arena of, public speaking, business, personal development, branding, and those sort of things. A couple of books have been translated into regional languages. We have a couple of bestsellers as well. Now, as we are going ahead, in my normal nature of work, I work with professionals in primarily 4 areas: career, business, money, and life. And I help them to be unstoppable. And the only reason, because, we all sometimes feel that we are stuck, maybe financially or emotionally, or maybe in a career or in a business. And we always want somebody to guide us properly. So that is exactly my role, to help my clients to guide properly so that they can achieve whatever they want quite easily, quite faster, and with a systematic, proven way. So that is something which I do. Here is my website. Anytime if you feel like want to reach me out, please feel free to go on the website and connect with me. Over the past 12 plus years, I worked with so many different companies, professionals from so many different, top class universities as well. Some of the universities I never been to, but, I do have clients from them. So that is such a proud moment for me. But while I say all this, this is not exactly how it started. I started from a middle class family. I came from India. Maybe it's easy for you to guess. English was not even my first language. So I do make so many mistakes while speaking English, but I realized that, that is not the thing which is actually stopping me in my career growth or business growth. As long as you have a right sort of passion, right sort of skills, and you are helping people develop, them, you can get through that. So I started with the middle class family. When I started my career in the business, I actually was laid off. And that was the only way for me to start a business. So when there was no job, I started business. Sometimes my wife say I don't have dressing skills, which I do agree. I had low self-confidence, and I was busy. But just like we all feel busy at certain times, but nothing actually is working in my life. And that's where I started my life, or thinking about my life quite differently, and especially on the financial terms. Like, how can I? Because I had a good background in education, I had my MBA, but money, it was not showing in my bank account, my results. Then I realized, there are money skills which are totally different, and nobody teaches those skills in their day-to-day life. We don't get to know them in the schools. We don't get to know them in the universities. We go get to know them in our professional work as well. But money is the only thing which we all use in our day-to-day life. So it's nothing emotional, but each one of you, I guess, should learn about money. And once you get educated yourself about money, you will realize that you are immediately you will find the freedom that you're looking for, or at the same time, the peace of mind that we all need along with the money. Things will start coming on your way. Now, I'm confident that the techniques which I'm going to share with you today has worked for me, has worked for my clients, and that is the reason I'm very sure that they will work for you. And if I can do it, I can 100% say no, so that you can do it. So to begin the session, I have one more question. Are you ready? Type yes in the comments. Are you ready? Good. Keep your comments coming in. Good. Thank you, Ajay. Thank you, Anand. Good job. Let's get started. Now, let's start with the very, very basic thing. What is money? So if you want to either unmute yourself or type in the comment, feel free to do. But just just tell me the answer. What is money? We all use it in our day-to-day life. But what do you think? What money is?
Money is a resource by which I can buy basic stuff like vegetables and
Right.
grocery, and then big stuff like house and vehicles, and yeah, pay my bills to an extent.
Right. That's how. Yeah, it's a more means of exchange. Like in older times, there people used to barter. There used to be barter system. We all know that. We used to exchange the stuff for each other. I give you my cow and you give me your, let's say, whatever the crop you have. Now the thing is, nowadays we use money as a mode of exchange, and but what exactly happens is, even what you said is correct about money, but while using that definition, actually it doesn't help us while we actually work in the professional world. What I mean by that, when people think money is something, the mode of exchange, people go behind earning that money, not realizing that they're losing their freedom. So the session here today is all about achieving the freedom. It's not about growing the money. It will definitely help you grow the money. But at the same time, we only don't want the money. We also want the freedom along with that. How can we do that? So in my terms, when somebody asks me what is money, I simply say money is a result. Money is a result of whatever you do. Let's say you work for a company, you do a business, or you are, let's say, a particular artist. You exchange your things. So money is basically a result of whatever you do, whatever your skill set. So there are some people you might have seen, they get paid more, and there are some people who get paid less. So why do you think there are some people in this world, they actually get paid more, and there are some people who get paid less? Feel free to unmute yourself or type the comments. Because we all have skills, we all earn money, people do go for the job, some people work in the business, but there are always somebody who is earning more, there's always somebody who's earning less. And when I was doing my personal study, I realized that it's not that somebody is really, really talented and money is attracted to them. It's not the equation is not that way in the real world, because there are so many people you will see, they might not be as talented as you are, but they might be having financially a better place. So why do you think, why some people get paid more or why some people get paid less? Either you use the comments or maybe unmute yourself. Okay, Anand says, each one brings different value addition to the task they do. Very correct, Anand. So just to, for the interest of time, I will keep on going. Jaya Patil, yeah, mindset and skills, correct. So in the same word, what happens, like there are certain people, you always get paid for the value you offer. Now, if you are working for a company, if you are doing a business, always think, what is the value you are offering to your current employer? What is the value, if you're in business, what is the value you're offering to your customers? So you will always get paid for the value you offer. But there is one secret element to that, and how you negotiate your value based on your negotiation skills. So there's always someone maybe doing the exact same work, but that person might be better in negotiating their value to the employer, their value to the customer. So they will always end up getting paid more. So whatever the work you are doing, always think that what value you are offering to the employer or to the business, and at the same time, how good are in your negotiation skills. Many people only focus on working hard. Many people only focus on giving the value, but negotiation skills is always important. That you should be able to prove to your employer, to your business, to your customers that you definitely worth more, so that they can pay you more. The negotiation skills was the hidden ingredient in that. Now the next thing, what do you think the secret of self-made rich people? Now we are not talking about the people who actually born rich, or they're born with a silver spoon in their mouth and those things. I particularly come from a very modest background, so I have to learn everything about money. So if you think, what do you think is the secret of self-made rich people? Maybe type in the comments. People always say that is yeah, the skills, the position, risk-taking ability. People are willing to take action, all those sort of things. Whenever I talk about the people, talk about the money, and especially on the self-made rich people side, people always say these things. The self-made people are, they are hardworking, they're willing to take the extra efforts and those things. Now they are correct, but yeah, mindset, Jaya. Thanks, Jaya. So what happens, is what you guys are saying is correct, but there's one very important element is that, and that is all the self-made rich people, they have excellent money managers. They are excellent money managers. It's not about how much money you earn. It's always about, what you do with that money. Because there are so many people you will see, they win the lotteries, but after like couple of years, they are again bankrupt. It's definitely not about money. It's definitely about something else. So the moment you learn the skills of money management, you will see your financial life is improving, your financial life is changing. That's what this session is all about, what you can do with that. Now, this was something we started the session with, like why most people never become financially free. People will earn a lot of money, but they will never become financially free. The simplest reason for that is they don't know the money management, because all they focus on is, let's say, earning more money. But behind, they have different emotions about money. And when the money comes to them, their mind takes over, and they forget the skills about, or many of them actually don't even have the skills of money management. And because they don't have the skills of money management, they end up losing all the money. So think about this, it's not how much money you make. It's how much money you keep and how hard it works for you. Feel free to take a picture of this or make a note that it's not how much money you make. It's always about how much money you keep and how hard it works for you. Now, on the similar terms, when I started my study on the financial area, I realized that all those, who have money are not rich. There are so many people, they have money, but, they only look rich, but they're not actually, they are maybe a couple of months away from their bankruptcy. And because they are a couple of months away from their bankruptcy, they have to keep working, because they have bills to pay, mortgage to pay, many other payments to pay. So they have to continuously keep on earning that money. And the reason they have to do that, because, that is the case, people always say they are part of a rat race, because they have to chase the money to pay the bills. And then again, when the bills are paid, there is no money, available in the bank. So again, they have to work for money, get more money. The cycle continues. That's why, there are so many people you will see, even though they have the bigger paycheck, bigger salaries, but they're actually not rich. It was very surprising for me to understand that thing, that, the having money and being rich are totally different things. So those who all look rich, probably not free as well, because they might be a couple of months away from their bankruptcy. So the goal here for us is, looking at money, money is a tool. That's not our goal. Freedom is the goal. And that is something, we don't have to forget. And that is somewhere I focus on. That is somewhere, I've helped my clients in my all launchpad sessions or coaching sessions, is to help them understand, or, help them make more money so that they will use money as a tool to achieve whatever the goals they have. And freedom is the primary important goal that we always achieve. So to begin with, let me share some of the fundamentals of money. Now, fundamentals of money means, starting from the basics. Even though you are someone, let's say, some of you are, let's say, a housewife, or you are taken a break, or you might be, let's say, laid off looking for a new job. You might be a student, starting your career. But, at that moment, even though you're starting from zero, and I always say zero is a good number, even though you're starting from zero, how you can achieve financial freedom, that is something which I'm going to share with you. It is possible, it is doable, but there is a step-by-step process. Some of this process, you will see steps in the process, they are really, really simple. But actually, that is the fact. The fundamentals of money, the journey to freedom, it's such a simple journey. And because it is a simple journey, we turn to, ignore it. And because we ignore it, we see many of the people will not achieve the financial freedom. So the steps that you will see are simple. They are doable for each one of you. So let me share those with you. You all know this, income minus expenses equal to profit. The very basic formula. Even though you're in business, even though you are working in a job, this is the simplest thing we use. What are the income you have? What are the expenses you have? Based on the income minus expense, you will have a profit. Now, the simplest thing for you to start your journey on financial freedom, the very first thing you should do is, you grow your income. I mean, this is the basic thing. People say, Nilesh, this is such a simple thing. But think about this. You can't have the big dreams unless you start small. Any big castle is built by the first brick or the foundation that we build. So very first thing you have to do is just start with your income and grow your income. The next thing you have to do is, reduce your expenses. Again, as I told you, the journey to financial freedom is such a simple journey. And because many people get excited that, achieving success is a hard thing. There must be some complicated things, but it's not complicated. It's such a simple steps. But the person who takes the simple steps, he's the one actually end up becoming financially free. So you are getting this template. Simple thing you have to do is start following the template. So grow your income, reduce your expenses. Next thing, start your income. Now there are someone probably, is starting from zero, who's a student looking for a new job, or maybe housewife, looking to get a new career break, or start a new job, or change a career. Very first thing you have to do is start your income. Then make your income equal to your expenses. Now this is where magic happens. You can't just only focus on income. There has to be a target for that income. People generally think about their salary in terms of, let's say some number. Let me have, let's say 50K a month or 100K a month. Even though that is okay to think, but that is not something which will take you to the financial journey, because you all know that the moment we increase our income, we increase our expenses. So you should always be thinking about your expenses. So make your income equal to your expenses. And the next simplest thing is make your income more than your expenses, because you can't have the financial freedom if your expenses are always leading the income. So make sure you start your income, make your income equal to your expenses. The third thing is, make your income more than your expenses. Then save the difference. This is very important thing. Many people don't save the difference. The moment they have the income, they'll see the standard of living is going up. They have better salaries, their cars will change, their house will change. And nothing wrong in that, but what will happen, you will always end up in that race, rat race we all call it. You will never be financially free. The goal here for us in this session today is financial freedom. How to achieve financial freedom is the simplest thing. Earn your income, make your income grow more than your expenses, save the difference, then manage the difference. This is where the difference change happens. So many people, the moment they save money, next thing they do is spend. But what we are doing now is clever thing. We are managing the difference. Now, people always ask, is there a particular formula or, some sort of percentage that you can give me so that, they can start managing their expenses. So this is a rough guideline. You can either use this or create your own, but just to give a brief guideline. So imagine there is a water tank and there's one tap, adding the water in the tank. Maybe that tank can be a water tank, that means your bank account, and the tap, that means your salary. Now, some of the salary, you might get a salary or you might get a business income. So those things are coming up. But what happens is how you spend that money, that is a crucial thing. So maybe you'll have some necessary expenses, like let's say, your mortgage, your rent and those things. And other things, you'll be having some other expenses. So make sure your necessity expenses are 50% or less. Now, this is where we start thinking about, your frugal lifestyle, because the moment you might have seen the income increases, your expenses increases. So make sure your expenses are, in the range of 50% or less, because your journey to financial freedom will be much quicker if you do it this way. Then a couple of other things you can spend money on. You can spend money on your, self-development. The more you learn about money, the more you learn about, the more skills you gain, it will eventually help you in your personal development. It will eventually help, grow more, or attract more income opportunities for you. Keep some money aside for your financial freedom. Keep some money aside for your lifestyle. Some people want to donate to the charity. It's up to you. You can donate to the charity. The percentage here, I will mainly focus only on necessary expenses, but rest everything is up to you, how you want to, put across anything. If you do have any questions, we do have a Q&A session at the end. Feel free to ask me any questions if you have on this. The next thing we do is, then we achieve the financial security. Now, here is the important bit. What is financial security? Let's say you are living in a house, you have a mortgage to pay, you have some normal bills to pay, your groceries and those things. So you should have enough money in saving account so that it will look after all your expenses. So that means you are financially secure. Let me give an example. Let's say you need, for example, 2,000 pounds per month to pay all your expenses. And let's say you have saving of 2,000 pounds. That means you're financially secure for 1 month. So we are looking for financial security here. Now, once you understand what that financial security is, next thing what you can do is you can grow your financial security. And we are always including one more factor here, including the factor of time. Like you're financially secure for 1 month, financial secure for 2 months, financial secure for 3 months. All the people who are thinking or on the journey of financial freedom, they have financial security for, more than 6 months, a year or 2 years and those things. We always add an element of time. And the only reason we add element of time, because our, life, we measure in terms of time. Somebody is living 80 years, somebody is living 100 years. So all our lifespan is measured in time. That is the reason we always think in terms of time while thinking about money. People struggle this concept, but understand this. There's no point you having money if you're not there on the earth. So make sure you have money while you're alive. So think about money also in terms of time. So the thing we do is financial security. After financial security, there is financial independence. Independence means, let's say for achieving the financial security, you are earning money through the job, through the business. Let's say you reach to a point somewhere you are getting, let's say, some passive income, and that income is actually taking care of your expenses. So you are actively not working for that expenses. That means you're independent of that expenses. That is the stage of financial independence. The next thing is financial freedom. What that means is you don't have to worry about any of your expenses or any new thing that you want to try. In the financial security, you are well secure for the expenses. Financial independence, your expenses are being taken care by your passive income. For those of you who are not familiar with the terms, there is always active income and passive income. Active income means you're going to a job, you're going to a business, and you're actively earning that money. Passive income means that is coming to you without you working really hard for that. Maybe rent income, or maybe interest on any of your investments and those things. So if that interest is good enough, that is paying your expenses, you are sort of financially independent. And financial freedom is the place where actually you don't have to worry about money. Anything, your expenses are being taken care. Anything that you want, let's say you want to go on a holiday, you don't have to think twice that should I go on holiday or should I go this month or next month. Everything is being taken care. So that is the phase of financial freedom. That is where we all have to reach. But this is the simplest template we all can use to achieve the financial freedom. I did the same thing. When I started my business and career, I started as a student. I was laid up. I was financially down. But these simple steps helped me actually to go in the sequence to achieve the financial freedom. Now, the thing is, people always complicate the things. They always think about this investment and shares and this thing. Don't worry too much about that if you don't know these basics. The basics are the one which are going to make a real difference in your world. Some people like shares, some people like property investment, some people like businesses. In my case, I like businesses, I like property. I'm also involved in many other things, but that all comes after. Once I understand the basics, everything else comes after. So these are the basics for you guys. I hope that is okay. Are you liking it so far? Just type in the comment. If you're liking it, give me the yes. Good. Thank you, Ajit. Yes. So what is happening is there will be so many people who are, let's say, born rich. I'm not one of them who is born rich. I actually, started my financial journey on my own, learning so many new things. So it's not about, and this is a very famous thing, that in any match, the better player doesn't win. In any match, the better player doesn't win. The player who plays better, that wins. So we all are here. We will be playing better. We are different category. Let's say we are not born with the silver spoon in our mouth. But what we will do is we'll follow the simple systems. We'll play the game better so that we'll always end up, on the better side on the financially. So what is happening? So when we are thinking about playing better, and in terms of money, there are primarily 4 areas where we have to play better. On the earning side, on saving side, on managing side, and on spending side. Equally important, all those 4 things. How you earn, how you save, how you manage, and how you spend. Now, spending is interesting. There's the art of spending. This some people, there are different personalities of people around money. Some people like to hold the money. Some people like to spend the money, but equally everything is important. And I realized that, spending money is a very, very important skill. You can always spend money to gain more. So for example, he's one of my friend, and what he does is, whenever his child reads a book, he pays him $1. I like that idea very much, because what he's saying that, his child thinks he's earning money, but at the same time, this person is, kind of making him read the books. The kid is enjoying, he's also earning money at the same time. But this is what happens. You can start thinking differently about the money. And whenever the question comes about spending, where you will spend the money, where you will buy the things, buy the experiences, not the things. I'm one of that kind of person. If you come to my house, you'll not see most of the things. I enjoy taking experiences, going on vacations, trying out different things, because that adds value to my life. But that is me. You don't have to be like me, but that's everyone's choice. But my focus is on buying on experiences and rather than things, because I always get much more joy. The joy I get when after buying the things is a short term, but I particularly prefer a long term joy. So I prefer on spending on experiences, but that's just me. Each one has a different choice and taste. Now this is very important thing, is a financial freedom wheel. So if you need some simple steps and a financial freedom, this financial freedom will help you out. Now, there are primarily 2 goals we are achieving through this financial freedom. Number 1 is a peace of mind. We all want peace of mind. There's no point we earning a lot of money, then we can't sleep at night. I enjoy sleeping, too much. So we want a peace of mind. At the same time, you should get a feeling of progress. There's no point, it's a human behavior. Anytime, maybe in your job or in your business, if you're not getting that feeling of progress, you'll always feel you are stuck. So what you can do to get the feeling of peace of mind and peace of progress, this particular financial freedom will help you out to understand what you can do. So the very first element in the financial freedom wheel is become. Now, what do I mean by become? Become is something that you have to become skillful. Knowingly, unknowingly, we educate our children. We get educated. We get our degrees, master's degree, PhDs, and everything. We're actually becoming skillful. So that is the journey of becoming. We are teaching our kids, we are sending them to schools. We are actually, don't consider them, you're just sending them to the schools. Just think in this point of view that, you are actually making your kids, and we are enabling some skills in them. You're making them ready to something. So become ready, become skillful. And once you become skillful, start earning. It sounds simple, but it's very, very important. People get confused with these concepts. The moment you have, let's say, PhD, the moment you have master's degree or any other degree, utilize your skills to earn the income. Don't think in terms of job, think in terms of earning, where you can, utilize your skills to gain more income. You can do the business as well. That is one way some people use, to earn the money. So become, earn, and this is where the difference maker is manage. The moment people earn, the next time for them is, for most of them, is spend. And the people who think about financial freedom, their step is manage. This is a very crucial step. We manage, we don't spend. Spending is a part of management, but manage itself is, where we start looking at, savings, investing, buying the right sort of things, spending on the right sort of things. That is where the management comes. After managing, the very first goal you have to think about is achieving the financial security. What that means is, whatever your expenses are, make sure you have enough saving so that you are financially secure for those sort of expenses. Next thing after security, as we saw, is independence. Means all your expenses are being taken care by your, let's say your savings or investment or passive income. And the next thing is a financial freedom, where, everything that you want, what are the expenses you want, what are the holidays that you want to go for, they are being paid for, let's say by your, investments, or, let's say by your savings. So this is the simplest way I can put forward the financial freedom. Reason I wanted to keep it simple, because, the journey to success shouldn't be the complicated one. And that is what I teach my clients as well, is all by Launchpad programs, on my executive coaching. I try to make the things simple, because the simpler they are, they're easier to do. They're doable. We take actions on that. And while speaking about actions, whenever we think about, some new results in your life, maybe in terms of money, in terms of career, in terms of business, we need new actions. So while you are here, we are learning all the sort of new techniques. I really want you should be thinking about new actions that you can take. So I have some important questions that you can ask for yourself today. It will help rephrase your mindset and go ahead in your life, especially on the financial freedom journey. So the question you can ask yourself are, why are you going to the job? Or maybe you are going for a business. Ask yourself, why are you going to that job? Is it to earn a living or to make a difference? And make sure what is the answer coming out. If only reason you're going to job is to earn a living, you should think differently now. This is the chance, I guess, for you to rethink about your options about the job, why you're actually going there. Next question you can ask yourself, like, are there any alternative income sources you can have? If job is the only one income source, just think about this. If something happens in the economy, you might lose the job. That's what has happened to me, actually. When I started my career, I was working for a very good luxury car company, earning good salary, but I got laid off. But that's where it struck me that I cannot rely on one source of income, because at any point of time, anything happens in the economy, there is a challenge to my job. And because my family is dependent on me, I can't have that risk. So always have, more than one earning sources for you. It's easy to start, but at least you start thinking on those terms. Can you create multiple sources of income? So that is something, I can leave you today, is ask this important question for yourself. Now, after this, if you're thinking about, what you can do next, there are a couple of things I have for you. Learn to earn more. And the simplest way to learn to earn more is, think about what are the skills, new skills you can acquire, and how you can, sell those skills, how you can negotiate the value of those skills to your employer or to your business or customers. So learn to earn. Then protect what you have got. That is another important thing. We are not only focusing on earning, we are also focusing on the protecting what you have got, because our journey is towards financial freedom. We are not only focusing on money. Money is only the tool. Freedom is the goal. Never forget that. Next thing, learn to buy, learn to spend, and learn to manage as well. On the similar terms and multiple sources of income. Try to think about, can you create some multiple sources of income for you, so that if one source stops, you still have other sources, helping out your financial security, helping you achieve financial independence, and helping you achieve your financial freedom. I generally, when I work with my clients, and I do the same thing, I help people become smart with their money, so that anything they do, doesn't matter they come from, which background they come from. Some of them are, let's say, just starting their career. Some of them are in the career. Some of them are at leadership positions. Some of them are, like CEOs of the companies as well. I help them become smart with the money, because money is the thing we all use, but we spend very little time learning about that. We all use it. Nothing emotional. We all need money. Doesn't matter how good person you are. If you don't have money, there are only a few things people can do for you. You might be the good person. Let's say, I always give this example that, you might be a good person and you go to a shops and tell them that, you are a good person. maybe it's a cake shop. Tell them that you are a good person, you don't have money. Maybe on that day, that person will give you the cake. But next day, do the same thing. Tell the same person, same thing again, that I'm a good person. Can you give me the cake again? He will say no, because doesn't matter how good you are. We are in the real world. Real world, we need money. So nothing emotional about talking about money, but we all need money. So I help my clients become smart with the money in their business as well, and in their personal life as well. If any point of time now you feel like you're feeling stuck in your life, career, or business, feel free to reach me. I'll be happy to help. As I mentioned, I work in these areas, help people in their life or career or business or money. My idea is to, passion is to help them become unstoppable. This is my website if any of you want to reach out. But this is where, I think I would like to stop, because trying to keep it simple and keep it crisp as well, also interest of time. So guys, this is it all about financial freedom. If you have any questions or doubts, feel free to unmute yourself and ask the questions. But that's it from my side, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Nilesh, for such a wonderful presentation, and it was very useful. I mean, I personally enjoyed it a lot, and I'm sure our audiences have also enjoyed it and learned a lot from it. And there were so many takeaways, like achieving financial freedom. We all earn money, but how do we manage the money? That is where the real magic lies. Yeah,
exactly.
And the audience was so engaged. So please feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions or use the chat box.